Hey, what's up? Welcome back. We're going through the mailbag from December. This video, we're going to be talking about what not to do with your TCGPlayer orders, how not to ship your TCGPlayer orders as a seller on TCGPlayer. Starting off, I like the smaller size envelope. I'm a fan of these. The main reason for that is these larger size, when you've got like something that's big and dense on like one side, they can catch, and like you get it caught in the equipment, and then you end up with like, it creates weak points. I often see the bottoms of these envelopes being torn, or the tops. It just causes stress on the standard number 10 style envelope. I know a lot of people send them. I get it, you know, using the little window, having it able to print your postage directly on, it's nice. But I like the smaller size. This is a good example of what not to do. So there's no extra tape on here, and so like we've got like a failure of the envelope right here. Not great. It's fine, it happens. Then you have the invoice wrapped up around the card. You have no team bag. That's fine. You know, I think maybe the team bags just might be extra garbage. It makes you feel like it's a special order, you know, when you have it in team bags, like, oh, they really took some care in packaging my product, that my order. And so maybe this is fine. You know, it might just be kind of wasteful garbage that you're sending people when you include a team bag. But this order specifically, one thing that I just want to call out is they included somebody else's packing slip. So this is the packing slip for my order, and then they also included somebody else's packing slip on the back. They gave me somebody else's address. I think it's just kind of, it's not professional. You know, it only costs, you know, what, a cent for a piece of paper. So rather than doing this, just print off, you know, on a new piece of paper, your packing slip. Next up, we do have a number 10 style envelope. They're using stamps. They're stamping the name and handwriting the address on the front. I wouldn't do that. I mean, if you're just starting out, I get it. That's actually what I did first starting out. But it takes so much time. You're not going to be able to fulfill like 100 orders in a day if you're handwriting on every envelope. The other thing I don't like about this was duct taped down. It was actually kind of hard to get undone, and rather than like ripping it, potentially bending the card, I got out you know, a knife and cut this, and that's not great either. You don't want to be putting that, you know, you don't know, maybe it's not in a top loader. Maybe you could be scratching your card in there. Just don't use duct tape. Duct tape's probably the worst. It is uniform, which I do like, but don't use duct tape. And then there's no packing slip. You know, as you saw, I got another quilled great worm. If I got, I mean, these are, one's foil, one's not, but if I got 2 of these and neither one of the orders included a packing slip, I might be confused about which one did a good job and which one did a bad job. You know, maybe one of the cards says it's near mint, but it's actually light played. You know, just include a pack slip. Don't wrap it up inside an envelope and duct tape it. That's not good. It's not good. All right. Next up, this is an example I shared in another video, or a short, I believe. They just didn't include a return address. Don't do that. Your orders are going to get lost in the mail, and they won't be able to return them to you. If it couldn't go through, if it was non-machinable, or for whatever reason, you know, it got caught in a machine, they say it kicked out, and they say, "I'll return this to sender." There is no sender. This just goes, what, in a landfill? I don't know what happens to it, but you don't get it back, and neither does your customer, and so they're going to be, you know, wanting a refund, and you didn't include any sort of tracking, so you're out that money. So don't do that. The rest of the order is pretty good. It's a 1 cent cart. Thank you, TCGPlayer cart optimization. Let's see here. What else do we got? Another small order. Whoa, hit the camera. Sorry about that. This one isn't too bad, actually. I don't know why I'm including it in here in the what not to do video. It's totally fine. You know, when you've got enough cards that they just fit in a stack, they kind of provide their own support for the other cards. If anything, I would probably put these maybe in a penny sleeve
just to reduce the friction on the corners. I don't see any damage. I like printing packing slips on these little ones. I think that this, you know, this person went through, you know, did their due diligence to make sure that I got the right order. So I appreciate that. That's not a bad one. Let's see. Where are the bad ones? Here we go. So, I thought this one was kind of egregious. Like, it just seemed so odd. So, this one has, no, film in the window. Like, did the window, did it fall out? How did, it's just exposed. I can't, that's not even like a closed envelope. There's just this big hole in the envelope. I can't believe that. It's absurd. And then on top of that, there's no team bag. So, like, you know, maybe it would be okay if there was a team bag. I mean, I don't think it would be okay, but you don't want to combine open air exposed with that. And then also this tape right over the top. You know, you're gonna have to get out some, you're gonna have to try to pick at it, or you're gonna have to cut it, and it's gonna be really close to your cards. Like, are the cards like stuck to the tape right now? It kind of seems like they are. They're not kind of like, they're not dislodging. Oh, maybe they are, but just don't do that. And get better envelopes. This one was kind of absurd. So I like to cut all of them on the side and pull them out. Well, this one doesn't, it was taped to the inside of the envelope, as you can see here. It's taped on right here. So I had to do some surgery cutting it open. I don't get why you would tape this paper to the inside. It's just a piece of paper, you know. You already have this, the order taped to the packing slip. I don't know. It just seems like it's a big pain. You're gonna have to like rip up your order when you open it. That just doesn't seem like it. That doesn't seem good. So this one was, oh yeah, this one's awful. Okay, so first class, you know, they're using something like stamps.com. What is that? Stamps Indicia? I don't know. I guess it's probably stamps.com. There is an invoice. Good job. Okay, packing slip. And then this is interesting. So I don't use this kind of card protector. I either use top loaders, or I use shipping shields, a large size shipping shield or a smaller size shipping shield. Not sponsored by Shipping Shield. But I'm not aware of this TCG Guardian. I actually kind of like it. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but the shipping shields, they look like they're made with recycled paper, which I like. You know, one of the reasons for using shipping shields is it's more eco-friendly. It's cardboard, can be recycled. It's not plastic that's going to sit in a landfill forever. But it is kind of rough. It also, they have this, it says do not tuck. And I don't know, I don't really like the do not tuck. It just kind of, like, of course, I know not to tuck it. It doesn't need to be printed on every single one. I kind of like that this is smoother. It feels like it might be thinner, so maybe that's not as good. It definitely is thinner. But if this TCG Guardian is, you know, affordable, I might try them out. I might see how they do. I like the way they look. What I don't like about this is that there are foil cards just loosely packed in there. They're just dropped in. No penny sleeve, no team bag around the whole thing. Like, these could have been damaged. You know, and it kind of looks like there's already some wear on the part of the card that was exposed. You can see on the bottom there, there's like some of the ink is coming off and the foiling's coming through. The rest of these look fine. Just not a big fan of, they're not too pringled either. Not a big fan of not having them, you know, just having these loose cards sitting up against this cardboard. All right, what else do we got? This one came from Hawaii. This is wild. So not only is there no packing slip, it was taped down in this Monster Energy cutout. So somebody cut out some cardboard from a Monster Energy. Good on you for, recycling and reusing, reduce. I appreciate that, which is fine. I don't especially like how it's all taped down, because then you have to cut it open though. So maybe having some sort of like a pull tab would be better. Like folding the end of the tape down so that you can like grab it and peel it off so that you can open this up. But overall, it's not that bad. It's just that, you kind of, you want it to be maybe a little bit more professional than this. It looks like they were handwriting everything. It might just be a new seller. I order from a lot. I take chances and risk it and order from a lot of brand new sellers. This one has no notes, and so I think this one might actually be okay. It's pretty thick. Yeah. Oh yeah, this one. Okay, so not a huge fan of this because, as you can see, like the corners of the cards are coming out. I didn't open this. This was like this. And when I opened it, I saw this kind of stuff, like cards peeking out right here. So like that could get bent. Having cards in a situation where they're kind of like either not inside something like a top loader or a shipping shield, you want to make sure they're like in a team bag so they're all together, because if one of them gets out, like that's where you get bends on the corners and things like that. So let's crack this open and see what it looks like. All the cards are in penny sleeves, so that's cool. I don't see any damage to any of the corners. So maybe it's not a big deal. I guess maybe I'm being a little bit too nitpicky, but I would rather have 100% satisfaction on all my orders and have nobody receiving bent up cards that I'm going to either have to just give them for free and refund, or send them an envelope and prepaid shipping and ask them to ship it back and all that hassle. It's just not really worth it. So yeah, like just put them in a shipping shield, or put them in a team bag, up against a top loader. It doesn't have to be, a lot of cards don't fit in a top loader, and like that many cards like that, like just put them in a team bag. The cards themselves are rigid enough in a stack like that they're going to protect each other. So I don't know, that's my 2 cents. Let's see, what else is there? I think that might be it. Yep, that's it. So anyway, hope this helped new sellers on TCGPlayer. If you are doing any of these things, if you've got loose cardboard from paper products and whatever that is, or Monster energy drinks, that's fine. Just make sure that the cards are secure, they're not loose, they're not sliding around. There's no chance that any of the corners are going to be hurt. If you are using something like a TCG Guardian or a shipping shield, put them in a penny sleeve and put them inside so that they're all like, they're just not sliding around and rubbing up against the cardboard. Tape this down. I like taping them down. A lot of people say, oh, don't use too much tape, don't you? That's one of the reasons why they use painter's tape, is there's this concern that the adhesive is going to get on the cards. If you put them in a penny sleeve and you tape this down, you open it up, you pull out the card, there's no chance of your cards touching the tape. So I'm not too worried about it. But anyway, thanks for watching. As usual, good luck, have fun.